Greetings, YouTube. I just got really lucky. Really, really lucky. And as you can see, finished off this Icarus Week 2 Eternity of Pain boss with my Black Widow Clairvoyant. The only champion that I have had success with so far. I had 10 level 2 revives that were expiring in the first 16 minutes of today because I bought the Act 7 Exploration pack, and that pack included a bunch of solo and team revives, which I hadn't used because I thought I might use a few in the Cavalier Event Quest, and thankfully I didn't. And so I saved them for this week. And for wallet breakers, you can get a point for a mutant, you can get a point for control denial, and you can get a point for symbiote. I tried Venom. I'm going to try it again. Venom's probably going to be my goal, but between the Unstoppable and I run Suicides, and Suicides have been literal suicide. I might actually have to spend some units to turn them off because the heal block has been a nightmare to melt my damage between the heal block and the armor break every time Icarus fires the special. This node combination is made to punish you if you don't turn off Suicides. So I had the expiring level 2 revives, and it takes what it takes, in my overflow that I ended up using, and I got about 43% in on full health on this run against Icarus and thought, I'm just going to go with it. I then proceeded, I think I used 6 revives total on this run. That's the most revives I've used so far, but that pales into comparison to if I want those other points. Because this actually had my second best run on to end it. I still had 27% health left. So I'm sure there are going to be detailed guides from much better players telling you the easy counters. This was not easy. I don't think for the average player or even the above average player, this is going to be an easy fight. And, you know, to be fair, it's not supposed to be an easy fight. It's the Eternity of Pain after all. But I'm going to show you what I did after collecting my resources because I got that 1 gold, whoop-de-doo. We will hit the replay to be prepared. I also had 3 expiring boosts. There's the Eternity of Pain denial point. I had 3 expiring boosts, the 15%, a 10%, and 15% that I used, the rainbow boosts. And then this is the point I got for the Eternity of Pain denial Week 2 quest. So, with that point, even if I can't defeat Icarus anymore or don't want to use any more revives, which maybe I won't, that gives me, through 2 weeks, 6 points. And yes, I am 2 points away. I'm 2 points away from the next milestone, which doubles the Tier 5 Class Callus fragments from 50% to essentially 100% for 25% selectors. Still have the 10 class-based signature stone crystals, which I'm not a fan of. And then this is the most important part. 8 points is the minimum to get any amount of Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic, which is the draw, especially for Thronebreaker players who are desperately trying to become Wallet Breaker. If possible, before July 4th, though, those rewards, it's 42 days away. So those rewards aren't going to hit before July 4th sales, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so here's my strategy. Of course, it's always easier to do off screen. I'm going to hold block to start this fight off. I'm going to bait his heavy and fire off a heavy of my own. So I'm going to hold block. I'm going to bait his heavy, fire heavy, and then I'm going to fire heavy off. That protection shield is lifted. Now I can go ham for a few hits and not have to worry about it because of the nullify. Now it becomes a battle of baiting special ones. Bait the special one. But you can see my health is still ticking down. It's not like this plan is going to get me from not losing health in general. All right, I'm going to bait another heavy, fire off a heavy. Now I'm going to dash forward, fire off a special 2. All right, so that has gotten him down And then I'm going to do that. You can see I've done 22% so far. Not bad, but my health is also ticked away quite a bit. And I'm sure you probably should do. So what I try to do there, let's try this one more time. What I try to do there, which is probably the smart thing to do, is to bait the special one and then hit a heavy into when he finishes off an attack. So let's restart this. So I feel relaxed for the first time in 45 minutes because once you've got the point in, that's secure. That's the nice thing about the Summer of Pain. I'll tell you what I always was told myself going back to last year's first Summer of Pain, which is now, I guess, the Eternity of Pain. It costs you what it cost you. If you can justify it, I don't care what units it costs, potions, whatever, you'll be thankful in the end, and once it's done, it's done. Now, that's not true if you want to do the gauntlet style where you fight this guy and last week's crossbones, but I'm not interested in that. So that's what I was talking about regarding the animation of countering the heavy. So I switched over to the Curse of Plague, which got me to bait his special one after turning down the special 2. So this is a way to control the power, but watch the protection is now there, so I've got to bait the heavy with the heavy. Look at that, 20,000 damage though. Like, that's really good. Bait the heavy with the heavy. Okay, I'm about dead anyways, so that got 30% down. Again, I got down to 54% in my best run. Obviously, that was not this. But I guess we'll try one more time just to keep practicing. I really think I'm not going to be able to keep suicides on if I want a shot at not using a crazy amount of revives for the symbiote point and the mutant point. And maybe I'll be proven wrong. Namor was my best mutant, but even that wasn't great. But I'm also getting better at baiting his heavies and countering. So there's that. So that's what I was talking about right there. Get right up, perfect the distance, and then fire the heavy. See, I was too far away there. Bait the heavy there. The regen of her really has come in handy. If you can make sure you're not completely mistiming it with heal block. Because there I just refilled 20,000. Now I'm going to switch to Plague to drain the power. Although that didn't really work well, did it? But you can see, like, I'm doing real damage, and then I just got clipped. I'm doing real damage. So I've got 6 days and somewhat hours to figure it out. I've got a couple of expiring revives that I might use just because I don't want to waste them in the next 2 hours. Well, I've got one expiring revive and then there one. So 2 level 1s. But thankfully the final compensation, the quest compensation for the month of May got me those 2 points. But I wasted those first 10 just experimenting. But you don't have time when they have 15 minutes from when the fight starts. You just got to jump in. You can't wait for a guide or anything else. So shout out to everybody who will be sending me better guides of this. But Black Widow, Clairvoyant was my MVP today, and hopefully the bait the heavy, fire the heavy to lift the protection strategy helps some of you out there.